Hey Rockstar, Steve aka Void here, and I want to welcome you to another episode of Pajama Jam, where I attempt to learn classic songs, riffs, and solos up to speed in 30 minutes or less, live on camera. Welcome to tonight's episode. Tonight, you're in for a treat. If this is your first time coming to a Pajama Jam, I'm really stoked about this episode. And as usual, if you want to learn how I'm going to do what I'm about to do inside this episode, if you enjoyed the episode, then definitely check out playfromday1.com. If you want to play songs with less practice, I'll show you how. I'll show you how I do what I do inside this episode. And check out playfromday1.com. Fill out your for the waiting list, add your name to the waiting list, fill out an application, which is super short, just a few questions about your guitar playing. I'll get a better idea of where you're at, and then we can have a discussion on potentially working together. So, tonight's episode, I am super stoked about this. We are going to be looking at Love Bites by Def Leppard. Probably, I could honestly say it's probably my favorite Def Leppard song. This dates back to August 1988 off of the album Hysteria. So I actually didn't know until today that this was originally a country song, which is pretty wild. From the Mutt Lange influence, this started as a country song. So I hope that there's a demo somewhere. If anyone could find it, please send it over. So let's see who's here. We've got Steven, welcome. We've got James, we've got Ian, we've got Johnny, we've got LA, awesome. Welcome everyone. And what I'm gonna do first, let's just do a couple of quick technical checks here. Can you hear? So can you hear me? And you can see me and you can hear the guitar. If you can do all of that, if you could hear and see, then please let me know inside the comments, and then we can move on. I'm just gonna have a quick drink of water over here. So cool. Hey Jim, how's it going? Good to see you, buddy. All right, tonight's episode is going to be a lot of fun. I'm gonna be attempting to learn pretty much the whole song. I mean, you'll also get to see how I break this thing down and how I learn it with only 30 minutes of time to do the whole thing. So it's gonna be interesting. Cool. Okay, so we got Ian, Tommy, welcome, Chris, Lucky, good to see you. So then we've got Manny, great to see you, and David, very, very cool. All right, so we've got a great turnout tonight. Before we get into the episode, I actually just want to show you something, because the last time that, when I saw Def Leppard play live, and they actually played this song, well, I mean, obviously, this is one of their biggest hits. So I went to go see them because they were co-headlining with Kiss. And so this, I completely forgot about this until right before the episode. In 2014, I went over there, so I'm backstage, and I'm inside the tent. So here, let me show this picture. So, so Gene. Well, here we got like Eric Singer, who's just trying to like look over my shoulder, and he's standing on a little soapbox. And but then there's Gene. Literally 2 seconds before this, this is the first time that I saw Gene in probably a year, maybe a year or two, because this is 2014. Yeah, so it's probably been a year or two that I've seen him. And like, I mean, whatever, we would keep in touch with. This is the first time that I saw him in person in about a year or two. And he looks at me. The first thing that he says to me is, "Void, you better behave yourself." And the reason for that, if you didn't read my book, then maybe you don't know the backstory. But anyway, it has something to do with his daughter. Nothing happened, but he's, maybe I understand now because I'm a father as well, and I have a beautiful daughter. And so the first thing he says to me, literally, it's been 2 years since I see the guy, and the first thing he says to me is, "Void, you better behave yourself." And anyway, we'll leave it at that. But this was a fun night. Def Leppard definitely had a great show, and so did Kiss. And yeah, it was good times. It's so funny how I forgot about that show. But anyway, so tonight's episode, we are going to be looking at Love Bites. I'm going to be attempting to learn the song in 30 minutes or less, so I'm going to learn it up to speed, live on camera. And if it's your first Pajama Jam, then basically how it works is I'm going to be going through the different parts. You're going to watch me do that. And I highly recommend, no matter what level you're at on guitar, I think that, like, just from what I would recommend is just sit back, watch what I do. See, this, yes, we're working on Love Bites, and you're going to see the tab, but I highly recommend that you look at what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, why I'm doing it, because those techniques are going to be able to or be applicable to any song that you learn, rather than just looking at Love Bites. So I highly recommend that no matter what level you're at, that's what you do. Just sit back, you watch, grab some popcorn. Maybe you got your jammies on, and let me know who's got their jammies on over here. I know I definitely have mine. I'm rocking my I play guitar shirt, and I'm ready to go. So what I did for pre-practice basically is how I prepare for a practice session, so that when I sit down, I have everything that I need. I don't have to think. I don't have to gather any resources or anything like that. The guitar's already ready to go. My nails are already short. So what I did was I got the PDF. I scanned it, which means that I looked through just to make sure there wasn't any weird stuff, and I also and to make sure that all the parts were there, and also to star it. So I scan and star it. Okay, so the starring is I put a red star on there, so that I can know exactly what parts to work on, so I don't have to scroll through the PDF. I know here's one part I'm going to learn, here's another part I'm going to learn, here's another part. Okay, so scanning and starring the PDF, I cut my nails. I also got the metronome going at 68 beats per minute. Now this one, I set it actually to an eighth note count, so it's actually da 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 da. It's actually going at twice the speed, because 68 is a bit slow. So this will more beats means that I could keep track of it a lot better, keep time. So 68 beats per minute. Then I listened to the song a couple of times before the session, and also earlier today. And I also tuned my guitar. That's all part of pre-practice. Okay, so that's also that I could be prepared for now. Now all that stuff can happen at any point. It all happened throughout the day, and I even did, I think, a little bit of that last night. I did a little bit. So it's also that you could sit down and practice, where you could focus 100% on just learning the song. Okay, so let's just double check that everything is good. And Rich, nice to see you, buddy. So Ian thought he may have asked you if you've lowered your guitar height yet. No, he didn't bring that up. I mean, Sophie definitely ranks higher up than my guitar height. LA, I can't imagine you ever not behaving yourself. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. Cool. So Chris, where am I getting my sheet music? So Scribd is where I get my sheet music. I'll drop a link inside the comments where you could click, and you can get 2 months free of Scribd. So I can't find anywhere else online where you can do that, where you get 2 months free. The thing's only $8 a month, but with this link that I'm going to send here, it's 2 months free. So let me just see if this still works. Scribd, yeah. Okay, so there I just posted a link there. For anyone who wants to grab high quality tabs and songbooks, then you could check that out. You could download them over there. So you sign up, you get a 2-month free trial. So Eric is here. Nice to see you. Stella, welcome, welcome. All right. And Manny is making popcorn. Very good. Okay, cool. And Papa B, good to see you, buddy. All right, we've got a great turnout tonight. So, are you ready to rock? Let's get into Love Bites. I'm going to change over to my other screen. And first, actually, I'm going to get the countdown going here. So let's get the countdown ready to go, fired up for 30 minutes. Okay, here we are. And just a little bit over 30 minutes. Here, let's get into the song. So here, as you can see, Love Bites. This is just a free time part at the top, just with like some synthesizer. And then this is 68 BPM. That's where I got the tempo. And now I just look at here. If I'm quick scanning, I'm just looking through just to make sure there isn't any weirdness, and also looking at the chord names at the top just to get an idea of what to play. And you'll see why in a sec. So I'm just kind of scanning through, going to the next star, because it's been a few hours since I prepared this document. So just looking at some of the parts that I might play and not play. And again, I'm going to try to narrate as much as possible as I'm learning, but I'm also going to try to learn this song and maybe even do some looper stuff too. So here's the main. It's so I can't stress enough how important it is to learn songs you love, because you're going to know how those parts are supposed to sound. Okay, and this is my favorite Def Leppard song. not a fan of Pour Some Sugar on Me as much as this. Love Bites is definitely my favorite song. And my sister used to be a huge Def Leppard fan. I think, what was the song? When Love and Hate Collide was, I guess, yeah, the power ballads were the ones that I was first exposed to. But Love Bites is definitely awesome. Okay, and then the solo. Probably get this in the looper here, and then I'll play the solo on top. Okay, cool. So let's get into it. I'm gonna spend 5 minutes on this max, 5 minutes max. So I have to kind of chunk the time. What I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna do no tempo practice. I'm just gonna go through those moves there. And actually, first what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna see the root notes: D, G, C, F. So D. Let me go to here. Okay, so let's get this. Whoops. Okay, so D, G, C, F. Okay, I'm just gonna get that first here. Then turn them into power chords. So I notice a pattern. Okay, diagonal. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is a no tempo practice. Okay. Cool. Dennis, James, welcome. Dan, we've got a great turnout tonight. This is awesome. All right, so no tempo, just kind of going through the shapes. Looks like D minor 7. This one. Oh, it's a bit of a stretch. Okay. This D C7 sus 4. Oops. Again, there's no tempo practice, so it doesn't matter the tempo I'm playing here, if any. That's a bit weird. That this an extra note seems a little bit strange. Okay, but that's the main part. So that's like the main verse. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do slow tempo practice of just this section here. Let me just see how I'm doing for time. Okay, I should be able to just get this, and I should be able to do it within the 5 minutes. So no tempo is where I play so slow I can't make a mistake, but with a pulse. Okay, yeah, that should be good. And now I do it 3 times without making a mistake. That's 2, and then that's 3. Okay, that's no problem. This one here, slow tempo practice, or no tempo practice. Okay, now I'm going to do slow tempo practice. Okay, and then again, 3 times without making a mistake. Okay, now I'm just going to get coverage on each one. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then this one, I'm probably going to ditch that last note. Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, now what I'm going to do, just because I want to make sure I have enough time for all the other parts, I'm going to play slowly, so slow that I can't make a mistake, that I could follow along with the tab here and look at my next chord coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going bum, bum, bum. Oh, I got the wrong tempo, so hold on. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's actually not bad. Because again, I got the root notes, then I saw D minor 7. I saw what these chords were, so it made it a little bit easier. But let's see. Ba 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 da dum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba ba bum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba 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 bum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba 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 bum. Yeah. Okay. So now I know the tempo. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I built that. Actually, I'm really happy with that. I would normally do that 3 times without making a mistake, but I've got to move on to the next part. But that was good. This part was definitely a pain in the ass. That stretch there. But I powered through that. Okay, So it was just, but the power chords at the beginning really helped because there are power chords right here. These are the power chords. So that really helped to get that part quickly. Okay, so now next part there. Okay, this part should actually be pretty easy. This is just for completion. This part I could actually just get, I think. Then passing note. So this is, I mean, kind of like a no tempo practice. I don't know why there's an extra chord there. Then bam, there's a 4. Okay. And then I think it repeats. So what was that? That was E flat, A flat, G, F, B flat, then G, then A flat. Okay, so let's see. This is, I'm gonna try to do that from memory. Just again, best interest of time. Cool. Whoops, I made a mistake there because I was thinking, hey, you know, okay, so the thought in my head right there was, hey, this is going to sound really good with distortion. Do not do not think while you're playing. So that part, I'll actually consider that done. It's okay. I'll let that one, I'll give that one a mulligan because I'm like, oh, this should sound really good with distortion. And then clunk, then wrong chord. Anyway, okay, I'll let that one go. Okay, that one will. We'll make that a gimme. Oh, I remember here. This I'll make up for it by doing this here. So then this part. Okay, so no tempo practice. Yeah, that sounds really good. Okay, so let me incorporate that. 4. Cool. Okay. Yeah. So that's good. Okay. So now, cool so far. This is the whistling. Yeah. Sorry, LA. And by the way, I've got like 2 headphones on, so the whistling may be slightly out of key because of that. But let's see. Okay. So I'm gonna go. I want to do 5 minutes on this next section. 21 minutes. Okay. I'm feeling pretty confident. I want to spend as much time as possible on the solo and get some looper stuff happening. So again, these are some chords, so it's not going to be a big deal with the power chords. So 3, 4, 1, 3. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, this is all pretty straightforward. Let's get the tempo. This is also going to be a backing track. Okay, so let's actually get that backing track. 3, 4. Okay. Okay, this is what we can use to get the lead. Okay, so this is the lead down here. This is the lead. Okay, so this is going to be no tempo practice. I'm going to go 1 finger per fret for now. Ooh, big stretch. Okay, so it goes, this is going bum, 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 bum. I'm just checking the patterns. I'm seeing what the first string is doing. And then the root note, so then to 9, 6, and to 8. Okay. Okay. So slow to I'm just going over in my head, like I'm recognizing some patterns. So let's do so slow that I can't make a mistake. 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1. Okay, and this is a bit of a stretch. Maybe I could do this in another location. Okay, let's see what happens if I do this. Normally I would do things 3 times without making a mistake, but yeah, let's see what happens here. Okay, 4. Okay, 3, 4. 3, 4. Okay, and 3, 4. Okay, now 2. Okay, 3, 4. Let's add this. Okay, so I just want to get these shapes in my head here. This. Okay, let's hear this with the record, and I should be able to do this with distortion later. Yeah, that's heavy. I mean, it's not heavy with distortion, but the melody, just the way that all works. Oh, I love that. This is, yeah, this is a very catchy song. Cool. Okay, this is gonna all sound really great with distortion. But first, just learning the parts. I highly recommend learning with clean because then you can just make sure everything sounds good and precise, and then you can get into distortion, and it's only gonna make it sound better. You guys enjoying this so far? Is this helpful to see how I'm breaking this down? And you know, I wish that I could explain more, but I'm also trying to learn this at the same time. If you're not in my Play from Day One program, definitely make sure to join because every single month I break down a song and go slowly, and I let you know all the specifics and all the different ways to make this simple and then build it up bit by bit. So definitely, if you're not in Play from Day One, then make sure to check that out. I mean, if you want that result, of course. So if you don't, then don't check it out. So where are we? Okay, a little variation on the verse. Might as well. Okay, so let's create 5 minutes. So I've got like another timer here. That's a really useful tool. So let's go. Okay. Same as the verse. I think this is a mistake here. Okay, I'll try to play this part here, and I'll do this slowly. I'll do it with slow tempo practice. So 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Okay, so let's hear that let's put that up to speed. I mean, because I learned the previous part, that makes this one easier. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. 1. Let's do it again. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Okay, now. What you may have noticed was I was playing the chords. I was switching to the next chord sooner than maybe I needed to, and that was just because I wanted to get those are some tricky chord changes. So I wanted to make sure that I had as much leverage on that as possible. So I gave myself as much time to switch as possible. Okay, let's find the next star. Okay, let's get rid of this loop. Okay, and how much time? 14 minutes. Okay, so I'm feeling pretty confident here. I just got to get this solo, and then we're good to go. So we got to get this loop going here. Whoops. All right. So get this. Okay. No tempo practice. Oh, it's just the same thing over and over. Okay, so let's just this little bit here. If I just learn that, and I just got to repeat it then. So, oops, no. Yep. So, okay. So now let's go so slow I can't make a mistake. Okay, Okay, 3 times I'll make a mistake. Okay, again. Again. Okay, so now I'm going to increase the speed. Again. And again. Now I'm going to increase the amount. So I did that 3 times without making a mistake. I'm going to increase the amount. So now I'm going to play it twice. Okay, if I could do that, I actually could kind of cheat it a little bit in the looper. Now I'm going to try with palm mutes. That actually makes it easier. Okay. Wow. Duh, I gotta check the tempo. Okay, let's see. Okay, cool. Oh, I just remembered I have to do this for longer because I have to play it for the whole part, the whole chord progression. 3, 4. Ah, it's almost perfect. Okay, play now, polish later. All right, so let's see if this makes sense here. Oh, I gotta get rid of that. Okay, so let's try this. Okay. Oh, that was the opportunity to do it right there. Okay, let's do this one more time. 12 minutes. Okay, that should be okay. Okay, let's try this. Oh. Don't let it distract me. It's like craziness over here. That was the 5 minutes. That was just to keep me on track. So let's see here. Now we've got a bed for the solo. Just making sure that this is all good. Not bad. Okay. Now I can learn the solo. Okay, so let's see. So there's some echo on the solo. Will this work? Let's see. Let's see what echo I have here. That's gonna be okay, yeah. Cool. Okay, so let's see. And let's see that this is unaffected. Cool. Great. All right. This is going to be good. All right. So let's see here. Let's go no tempo practice, just going all the way through. I've got over 10 minutes to learn this solo. Oops. Some of this stuff is going to be a little bit, like, it's not going to be perfect. I'm just going to kind of go through this here. What's this, mimicking some echo? Okay, so some of the stuff at the end here, echo repeats, is a little bit abstract. So there's going to be a little bit of improv in that. But let's see how this works. Okay, so let's try a little bit of, let's make this like actually in musical time here. So, because it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. One and one. One. Let's make sure that that's good. Okay, so it goes. This is one. Let's hear it in context. Bum 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 bum. Okay, so I'm just kind of like mapping this thing out here. Okay, so truth be told, like I wish that I could just listen to the song, because that's actually what I would do here if I was learning this, not live on camera. I would listen to the song and just always match it up back and forth. I'd have this in Riff Station or Transcribe or something, but just due to copyright reasons, I don't want this broadcast to get banned or blocked or muted or anything like that. So that's why I don't listen to the songs on Pajama Jam. So, but I would normally do that. I would normally listen so I could have the reference. Like, listen, what's this part sound like? Oh, I play it. And then what's this part sound like? And then I play it. And then, like, that's what typically, like, that's what you would do in this scenario. Okay. So I want you to know that, because when you go and play, you're not going to, probably not going to be broadcasting live in your pajamas against a 30-minute countdown timer. At least I don't think you will. So that's what you should do here. If I was giving you my best advice, it's like play with the song and learn with the song and reference the song, and you always have the track ready. But here we're being creative, and let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So bam, boom, and then I'm gonna kind of have to fake this a little bit, just because it's so abstract even on the tab. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do that at the end. Yeah, that's cool. I think that's gonna work. So what I'm gonna do here, so I don't need that extra timer. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna play little bits of this, up to speed. So, okay, yeah, I'm gonna have the timer here. Okay, that sounds good. Let me see if that lines up. I don't even know if that's gonna line up there. So. It's a little sloppy there. So remember that, then here. Yeah, let me come up with a better ending there. Because it's just the ending is so abstract on the record. So, oh yeah, 3 shots. So here, I'm just looking at this part here. This is the part that's a bit abstract. So. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, we'll end it like that. Okay, let's see this again. So again, if I had the record, it would be so much easier. But that part there at the end. What am I going to do at the end there? Let me just figure that out. Okay, so it's almost there. So see, well, here what I'm doing, I'm not going back to the beginning. I'm actually just zeroing in on the problem area. So, oh, this tab has so many mistakes. 13 over 12. It's supposed to be 12 over 13. Oh, man. Not cool. Okay. Oh, that's right. That's why. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-dum, ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-bum. Okay. Okay. So, okay, yeah, I got that. Yeah. And again, this is called a rake. Okay, so now stitching that together. This part here kind of sucks. Like, I don't know what to do in this part right here. Okay, then here. Oh, that's easier. Yeah. So what I'm doing, I'm just kind of like looking at different problem areas. This is what's good about you play this, and instead of going back to the beginning after every mistake, just look at the problem areas that you're in and slow it down. So, and then slow tempo practice 3 times without making a mistake. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. Yep. Okay, I think that's okay, so let's try this again. All right, we'll leave it at that. Cool. So, yeah, this is one of the things that I really like about Pajama Jam is that every episode is different. So the different things that are worked on and how they're worked on, every song is kind of different, but having tools in your toolbox to sort them out, you know, depending on the situation, it's so important because all songs are different and you're going to see some commonalities. Like there's going to be different things for, okay, you got a power chord here, you got these kinds of chords here, or you have like hammer-ons or pull-offs over here, and how we practice them using the looper or whatever we might be using. Just having all of these tools is so important. I can't tell you enough. If just watch the previous 23 episodes of this show, and you'll see how I had to work myself out of some sticky situations. So I'm gonna have a drink of water here, and let me know if this is helpful. Let me know if you enjoyed the episode so far, and also if you want to hear some distortion, because I definitely do. So let's see here. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Steven. Let's hear some distortion now. Nice. This guy's ready. He knows. Okay, sweet. What part am I going to play? Oh, yeah. I'm going to play the... I'll play the chorus, yeah, because... Well, first, actually, I'll play the pre-chorus because that's super heavy. Okay, let's try this. So... Distortion... Oh, no delay there. So. Yeah, so that's, let's try this again. Oh, wrong pickup. Whoops. Cool. Okay, so then it was... Yeah, sweet, heavy, so heavy. Cool. Let's get that into the. This looper might play something. Let me mute the mic here. Okay. Just gonna clear. Okay, so let's get this into the looper. Up to speed. Heavy. Love it. I mean, that's what this is all about. I mean, if I had two different, if I was playing along with the record, I would definitely have more of a sound like this. Let me see. This might be too arena rock. Let's see with some delay. That's too much delay. Let's see. No. Too much. Wrong rhythm. No, that's wrong thing. So, but big reverb. So much fun. Effects are so cool. So that, my friends, is Love Bites by Def Leppard. That was so much fun. Let me know if that was helpful, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm gonna hang out for a little bit longer here, and yeah, I'm here to help. So any questions that you have, no such thing as a bad question. Anything is fair game. So let me know in the chat. I'm just gonna go through, see if there is if I missed anything in the chat here, and then just feel free to ask any questions. So cool. I see Rich is watching the sunset. Very, very cool. All right. Chris, no problem for the link. Enjoy. There are a lot of songbooks on there. Sometimes you have to search a couple of different things. Guitar Tab Anthology or Def Leppard Anthology. It can't really... it's not always one size fits all for the search on Scribd, but you should be able to find what you're looking for. All right, let's see. Ian, nice. When Love and Hate Collide. All right, Dennis, Too Late for Love. Great song. James is here. Great to see you, buddy. Don is here. Yes. Greg is here. LA, the dog. Yeah, so the dog whistling, Ian whistling is much more in tune than any of my singing, so I'll let it pass. Awesome, awesome. All right. So... Okay, always good to get a refresher. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I talk about these things every single week, and it's so important, so important to. I'm not doing that so that it's like to be boring or annoying. It's just these have to be burned into your mind of like a really efficient way to practice. So, Paul, great to see you, buddy. What do you mean by getting the shapes down? Oh, the shapes meaning like the chord shapes, like how I'm holding them down. If it's like this. Or let's just say if I have a chord like this, that's what I mean by shapes, getting the positions down. All right, let's see. Rocky is here. Welcome, welcome. Why does he keep asking? We always want distortion. That's great. Distortion. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Great. I was so happy that it's helpful. Okay, so Paul, I like how you incorporated the looper. Also a bit of fuzz would sound good. Cool, yeah. So I'm going to try to do as much... I mean, I have a setup over here. I can always see how to push it to the next level. But yeah, it's... Right now, I got some effects and delays. And, when there's... Maybe if there's a little bit more time, I'll do... Well, for sure in videos on Facebook and social media, and possibly even on monthly jam sessions for Play From Day One, I'll have some breakdowns I'll actually show you how to like design the effect and all those things there. Papa, yes, so I would like to add a pedal. Which one first? If you're playing leads, then I would say reverb or delay, you might want to, depending on what your budget is, the Boss, what is it? Boss GT1. I don't know if Johnny is here, but Johnny, if you are here, can you let Jim know what pedal it is? I think it's Boss GT1. It's whatever their simplest pedal is, multi-effects pedal, because then you just get a whole bunch of stuff in one. That's what I would recommend if you're going to just play a bunch of different things, because even you could just plug in some headphones into that and you don't even need to make any noise. Ian, what software do you use for your effects? Great question. So let me actually just show you really quick. Let me switch over here. So why isn't it not why is that not switching? Thanks, Johnny. Yeah, Boss GT1. Boss GT1. So this is called Element. Element is just kind of like a placeholder for plugins that I have on my computer, because like I'm a songwriter and producer, so I have software that records records my ideas, and I can make full songs and records and stuff. So I have a lot of plugins that make different sounds, particularly for my guitar. And so this Element is just a holder for the plugins. I have this beautiful diesel amp, which is my baby. This just came out, actually. I highly recommend this amp, and it just sounds fantastic. I love it. It sounds just like the real thing. I love that. Right here I've got Eventide Ultra Tap. Here, these are just some Eventide pedals. Eventide is great. That's like what I have. I have the real pedals down here of it's called Time Factor, which is delay, and Pitch Factor, which is a harmonizer. And there's this one called Mangled Verb. This is just like a distorted reverb. This is called Valhalla Room. So Valhalla Room is another delay, or a reverb. That's a smaller reverb. Black Hole is fantastic. Black Hole is what I was playing before. So it's like, it just makes it sound super spacey. So here would be, yeah, especially if I crank that, check out how cool this sounds. Watch this. So anybody who likes Sugar Rose or Sugar Ross, however you pronounce it, if you go just like super spacey. Oh man, I could just seriously sit here for hours and just play that. It just takes me to a different place. It's awesome. So that's Black Hole. I have so many different plugins, but I would say, a good amp is, whether you're using, even if you use something like Tone Bridge. I mean, I've heard some good sounds on there. There's some good stuff on Tone Bridge, but it all depends on what you want to go for. I mean, if you want something that's going to be a distortion, or if you want to have just a lot of different effects, amp simulators, there's so many things out there. Guitar Rig, Amplitube is good. Bias Effects, I hear some good things about that. I played around with it for a little bit. But I like that diesel amp. That's the only thing that you buy. It's just like that diesel. That's the only thing that comes with it, and it's not like all these different pedals and things like that. So it's an actual amp, and I love that. It just sounds so good. So that's my favorite plugin. So hopefully that's helpful. I mean, what I would say, if you want to go all software driven, I would say something like Guitar Rig would be good, or Amplitube would be good. Even something like on the iPhone, like iRig with Amplitube. It's amazing what's possible now. When plugins first came out, they sounded like crap. So they sound really good now. It's amazing. Okay, so Greg, how does the looper, does the looper Hello break down a song with two guitars? Maybe looper pedal? I'm not sure if that was a typo or autocorrect. Does the looper break down a song with two guitars? So on the looper, I could play as much as I want. So like, that was the distortion part. So like, for example, I don't even know how many chords I can play, like, or how many layers I can play. So if I like record one, let's just say if I do like, let's say if I get that going, then let's just say, if I add another layer, Yeah, it goes deep. I mean, you can just keep like going and going, and there's like that looper is they can go on forever. So, yeah, and I'll get into that some more as well. And Greg, you're in Play from Day One, so I'll definitely get into some looper stuff in Play from Day One in the monthly jam session. It's the first Saturday of every single month. So, let's see. Okay, Dan, that was really great to see how to break down and play. Awesome, buddy. Cool. And Johnny, thanks. GT1, Boss GT1, great entry level multi effects pedal. Boss makes great stuff. Dennis, any chance of breaking down on how to master the wah wah pedal? Always struggle with that. Now, admittedly, I'm gonna say wah wah is not one of my favorite effects. I'm more of the like Edge from U2, Coldplay, Matt Bellamy from Muse, like delay effects and harmonizer and stuff like that, rather than sort of like the wah sort of sound. Just that's more like my personal style. But so I'm not going to consider myself an expert on wah, but there are other pedals that I've used that are similar to wah, like a whammy pedal or even a volume pedal to some degree. And so, what you just want to make sure of with the wah is that you're going with you're going to be going for, so there's heel, which is the bottom of your foot, and toe, the toe position, which is the top, which is basically the on, off. So you want to make sure whatever you do, it's in time. So what I would say is make sure that if you're going to be going wah, 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 like that, then play along with the record, but don't play any guitar, just with the foot. Okay, so you'd be basically playing with the song, and you'd be playing so like toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then when you play, it's like wah, 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 or if it's gonna be wah, 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 like faster than that, like double the speed, then you'll be doing that with the record, so you can make sure to get that in time. Or if it's something where you get like just play a chord and it goes like wow, wow, bow, toe, heel, toe, heel. So you make sure that as you strum down, you go toe, like just like strum like that. Other than that, I'm not going to consider myself an expert on wah. There's so many things on guitar that are out there, and so it's hard to master all of them. And also, that's not, like I said, it's not really one of my one of the things that I spent a lot of time with. There are so many effects, and there are certain ones that I really stuck to. Reverb, delay, and harmonizer, I would say, are my main ones. And volume pedal, I mean, that like the whole like sort of swelling the sound in. Okay, hopefully that's helpful, buddy. So, Dan, ever tried to play Still Loving You by the Scorpions? No, I haven't. I haven't tried playing that one. Maybe that's one that is it's maybe on a future episode. Typically, so for Pajama Jam, that the main thing, and this is I want to live and breathe this. I practice what I preach, where the songs that you love, those are the ones that you really want to learn, because first of all, you love the song, so it makes sense to learn them, because it makes you happy. So I want you to be happy when you play guitar. And it's just, I mean, and I know that sounds stupid, but that's like, and it sounds obvious, but that's what I want, and that's what I think you should be doing. So playing songs you love is just, it makes you feel good, but then also it's an advantage. It's an accelerated learning strategy, because the songs you love are really deeply embedded in your mind, so you can use those to learn faster, because you know what it's supposed to sound like. I know it, I know what that part's supposed to sound like. So if I have that map, then I can fill in those blanks with my fingers. I just have to make sure to do it slowly, and then 3 times without making a mistake, and use the fast practice formula, and move on, to playing with the record. That's what I would do if I was playing right now. If I wasn't broadcasting this and there weren't any like copyright issues or anything like that, I would play along with the record. And yeah, by the way, I mean in Play from Day One monthly jam sessions, maybe that happens, maybe it doesn't. Wink, wink. So anyway. If you want to learn more about this, if you enjoyed this episode, you want to do what I just did, then definitely make sure to check out Practice Less, Play More. That's my best-selling book. And if you want me to personally help you to achieve that goal of learning songs faster, then check out playfromday1.com. Add your name to the waiting list. It is an invite-only program. I only have so much time because I work with every single person who comes in. So that's why it has to be a closed program. The public can't just come in and sign up for the full mentorship. So add your name to the waiting list, answer a few questions, and if it makes sense to work together on a more longer term basis, a more structured sort of schedule, then I'll reach out to you and we can discuss next steps. So let's see if I missed anything here, and then we'll wrap this one up. So thanks, Paul. Good show. Awesome. Really happy that you came out. And yeah, super, super stoked about tonight's episode. That was a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And the highlights are going to be available on Facebook and Instagram very, very soon. I'm going to be getting that edited shortly. And yeah, stay tuned for the next episode of Pajama Jam. I'm not sure what the song is going to be yet, but I'll have to dig deep and think of some other songs that I love. And then we'll get back with another episode. So I hope you enjoyed that. Again, check out Play From Day One if you want my personal help. Check out the book if you want to learn how to do this yourself. And I hope you have a great night, great afternoon, great morning, depending on where you are in the world. And we'll see you in the next episode. Take care and talk soon.